Good day, viewers. Walter here, aka Pwalpar. My mowing and vlogging series has been quite drawn out here this week, and I apologize for that. At least I'm not making another video from the front porch. Today, in part 5, encompasses almost an hour of recording time, but I will shorten that, however, by increasing the video speed. Also, part of today's video is a separate long-distance view of me cutting the limbs that you saw in yesterday's part 4 video. My friends, you must be watching my vlog right now as I speak, so I wish first of all to take the time to tell you that I greatly appreciate your support and riding along with me today. We are currently on episode 5 of my August 7th grass cutting operation. I was out on the property a good 5 hours mowing that day. I normally can do the job in 3 hours, but today the grass was extremely high, and that's because it's been 54 days from the June 15th when I last mowed the lawn. Extreme heat waves followed by a couple of weeks of extreme rainfall, and it was either too hot or too wet, and the grass was getting completely out of control. As I was cutting today, the grass was still wet, but I persisted, and apparently it's a good thing that I did because the rain has returned. As I was cutting grass on August 7th, I had several mishaps. Today's video, you may notice a time down by the highway when I was almost lost control of the zero turn. I bounced through the ditch and did a quick wheelie and was nearly ejected from the zero turn, but I hung on, and being a confident daredevil that I am, I pretended it was no big deal and I kept going, but I did slow down a little bit. On June 15th, I did a medical update in combination with a lawnmower video. Medical update on my wife after she got out of the hospital from her car wreck and her heart problems. Well, today she went back to the heart doctor and had an implant put in. So it took a couple hours to get the operation done. Anybody interested in learning about them, it's called a Boston Scientific Implantable Loop Recorder. Now what this thing is, you stick it inside a person's chest, and they give you the thing. It looks just like a cell phone and a charging cable, and tell you to keep that plugged in all the time. So somewhere near the nightstand, she's got to put this cell phone on charge, and it'll record her constant heartbeat from now on not from now on. The battery only lasts 3 years on it, but they're trying to find out what, somebody that faints more than once like she's done, trying to find out what caused it. Anyway, she went through the procedure quite well. She's not feeling good because, it's kind of a drain on anybody to worry about something like that. And, she's not feeling too good today. They told her don't even take the bandage off. Just leave it on there. It's glued on permanent, I guess, for the next couple of weeks when she goes back to the doctor to have it looked at or whatever. But evidently they won't never take that back out even after the battery's dead. because it would be more drastic surgery to get it out than it was to put it in. Anyway, that's the way it's explained to me. And there's a lot of things she has to be careful with this loop recorder. It can't be around magnets or any kind of fancy electronic equipment or whatever that might create a magnetic field. So we got to get used to that. Anyway, I just wanted to do that little update. She is doing remarkably well from today's procedure. We went down to the doctor's office. Usually I'll go in with her when she sees her heart doctor, but they left me out in the waiting room. I was up there about 2 hours, I guess. And them heart people, we got quite an operation going. Patients were coming and going. They had a waiting line to get in there and check in and get to see the doctors. It's quite a lot of people having problems. Anyway, I appreciate all your thoughts and well wishes for Contrary Mary, and I'll just briefly elude why I refer to her as Contrary Mary. Years ago, I was known as the homebrew on CB land. I was big on CB radios, and she's had that handle ever since then. And her name is Mary, and she is kind of contrary. So I started calling her Contrary Mary. Anyway, it's stuck, and that's what I call her. I don't call her that to her face. She's quite well known as Mary Lou. My friends, we've been watching my video at 200% speed, in other words, twice normal speed. But for the next 5 minutes or so, we're going to be just watching me cut grass and listen to a little bit to the mower run. But it'll give you an idea, watching me cut this grass right here, just how easy it is to operate a zero-turn lawnmower. I mean, it's not like with a riding lawnmower where you have to fight the steering wheel and struggle to turn and navigate around corners that won't quite make it. This thing here will go anywhere, and you don't have to do any work. You could dang near fall asleep. I mean, you're sitting on that thing, just barely move your hands a little bit, and that thing will turn and go. You're just along for the ride. And I done got spoiled rotten cutting with a zero turn. You won't never see Walter on a riding lawnmower again. But I just wanted to give you a better look at how easy it is to operate a zero turn. I should point out for the next 5 minutes we're still going at twice normal speed on the camera.
canción para mi gente, con una pasión